Jamie, Jack, and Stench.
Should have been faded a long time ago. Anyway, all right, they're nuts. What do we got on our docket? Well, the fires are merging. The fires are merging.
Yes,
fires
they
are merging. With the two fires, what are their names? I didn't even forget.
Sawwood or something, and
forget it.
I don't
Big
know.
fires.
They change the names all the time.
Huge
Big
fires.
fires.
The
headed
two
out
big
towards
fires.
Bear,
Yeah, and then the other big thing in the news right now, obviously, is that it's real bad in Lebanon.
Yes.
Don't go. If you're like making a weekend trip, don't go today.
Change
know
those
somebody there,
vacation
tell them to
plans.
come home.
Yeah, give them a call. Hey, we should call somebody in Lebanon. That'd be crazy. Because our consultant said it would be crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
hey, I have some calls from him.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
did our consultant call
wow,
us?
perfect.
Great.
He
All
never
right.
stops calling.
Our consultant gives us advice every day after the show. Here's some from yesterday.
Hey, Jamie, Jack, and Stench, what's happening? It's Landy Rain here, your consultant. I was just sitting down to my normal breakfast of a 16-ounce porterhouse steak and 2 scrambled Fabergé eggs when I was hit over the head with this tremendous idea for your show. All right, check it out. Here's the scene. Go to Hollywood Boulevard in front of the Kodak Theater and set up a protest. But get this. You're protesting against protesters. Just the irony alone will blow people's minds. Trust me, we tried a similar idea at KTUT, the mighty, mighty Tutton, Missoula, Montana, and it killed. Woo! Call me back, Landy Rain.
End of message.
He had one about Amy, too.
Oh, he did?
yeah.
Does?
All right, let's hear this one.
Hey guys, Landy Rain. Wow, voicemail again. This is getting ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, I've got another ridiculously fantastic bit for you guys. Okay, you grab that crazy Amy Sugarman chick. You send her out into the middle of the desert. Call me back and tell me what you think.
End of message.
No, see, that was a good idea.
Yeah, that one I like. Finally, the consultant came up with a good idea. Glory to God. Finally, a good idea. All right, anyway, listen, we have some pending phone calls from everything we've been talking about. We were supposed to do Free for All Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally forgot about that. So what we'll do is we'll wrap up the rest of these calls about whatever we were talking about, and then we'll kick off our Free for All Friday.
Then we got Sam Rubin, and then we're out of here.
No, we still have time for Free
Yeah,
for
we
All
have a
Friday.
few calls.
You're
Hey,
a
you're
show
negative.
squasher.
Sorry.
Whoa, show squasher. And then I don't know the
Yeah,
rest.
I can't think of anything that rhymes.
Mostly there.
Here's Belinda. Hello, Belinda.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, my
Yay.
God, it's so cute. Anyway, go
I
ahead.
know. Okay. I just wanted to add one piece of information about that guy. I totally agree with you, Jamie.
The guy who doesn't want to be responsible for having
Yeah.
a baby. Okay.
He's an idiot. I don't want to agree with him, but he didn't have unprotected casual sex. She told him she had a medical condition and was incapable of getting pregnant.
No way. I didn't see that
Yeah.
part on Dr. Phil.
I did.
She said she couldn't even get pregnant.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
Now,
So
he
it's
was,
a miracle. It's not her fault.
See?
Well, yeah,
maybe
but
she
now,
trapped him, whatever. But that's in a whole other twist.
yeah, it does, but it shouldn't. I mean, that's the thing I was telling the guys earlier. It shouldn't make it a different twist. It should be that he still gets a 50-50, say in what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe he could sign away his rights, and then he can't say anything, but he doesn't have to pay anything.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't know.
It was crazy.
But crazy.
Wow, and what makes you stay at home and watch Dr. Phil? I mean, like, why can you?
Well, no, I TiVo'd it.
Oh, yeah.
that's a waste of technology.
Yeah.
Jack,
Yeah.
love the Dr. Phil.
I know.
Oh, my God.
You guys turned me on to the TiVo thing.
Yeah, well, no, I love TiVo. Just don't
I
think you should be
heard.
wasting those minutes on Dr. Phil.
Jack is the spokesman for
I think
TiVo.
my husband would agree with you.
We love TiVo. Hey,
TiVo.
let's play a little game there, sister. Let's see if you
Okay.
can identify what, in fact, the sound is, like what it's doing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's something good.
Yeah.
That was a success or a good thing.
I think that's
Oh, it
select,
was?
isn't it?
Yeah, it's but it's when it works, because do what it happens if it doesn't work.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'm that good. Hold on.
Oh, no.
What's that one?
That's just making changes, scrolling,
Click.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
That's the one that drives you crazy.
And then there's this.
That's my mega mix.
Jack did a mix of TiVo. Yeah, there you go. All right, Belinda.
Okay.
Only Jack can identify the sounds. That's how good he is.
I
I
love.
think I have the sound turned off on mine.
Yeah, you can turn it down.
Oh, don't turn it off.
But
It's the
don't.
best
That's
part.
the whole.
Yeah, that gets you going, especially the bong.
My old apartment building, you'd walk down the hall, and every time you walk by somebody's door, that's all you heard were all these stupid noises. I'm like, everybody in this building has TiVo, and they're going nuts.
All right, Belinda, have a great weekend.
All right,
All right,
you too.
bye. That was Belinda. Here's Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Whoa.
Oh.
Hi, go ahead.
No, I think your sex contracts are a good idea, and I'm even a lawyer. And my boyfriend, same thing. He was dating a girl who was over 40. She had had cancer, said she couldn't have kids, and lo and behold, miraculously pregnant. And now they're in court, and she won't turn over the kid. He pays the child support, loves his kid, has a great time with him, and he co-signed on a car for her. She stopped making payments, so now he's making those payments.
And this is your boyfriend?
I have a question,
Yeah.
Lawyer Jennifer. Would a
Yeah.
would a contract like that hold up? Do you think?
They have to have
It would-
representation on both sides.
So you'd have to bring a lawyer to the bar with you before you hooked up?
Yeah, you'd have to make sure each side had a lawyer, and it'd be a lot like a prenuptial agreement, and those are very hard to enforce even. But it
Not
would have to be
mine.
Oh, wow, the look of fear that went over everybody's faces in here.
Yeah.
A lot of lawyers won't even do those anymore, or they make you pay a huge retainer up front just because of the weird scenarios people come up with to say that they didn't
Now,
know
you
everything.
sound like an intelligent gal. You know, you're an attorney, right? A lawyer?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? And
Yeah.
so, how does one who is highly educated hook up with a guy who got a chick pregnant and also signed a car, and now he's paying for a car and he's paying child support? How does one get so lucky?
Oh, this is the best part. We were dating, and they had broken up, and then he found out while we were dating that she was pregnant. She didn't bother to tell him for 4 months, and never told him
So
the
you
due date.
stayed with him, though?
I did, because I thought I couldn't be hypocritical. I was a stepchild, and my parents had gotten along great. No problems. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can't be hypocritical. I had a stepdad take care of me.
Right.
I'll turn around and return the favor. And, and I love kids. Kids are great. I especially like them after they're 3 and they can talk and walk and tell you what their problems are.
When my fiance isn't very nice to me, I always hold the baby and say, we'll find you a nice daddy who's nice to mommy. Daddy's really nice to mommy.
That's so messed up.
It's
wrong.
awesome. He gets so pissed.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but my-
I do. I'm like, Caden, you want a new daddy? It's not right.
Did you meet that Skippy next door? He's so nice.
No, Skippy wouldn't be responsible. Skippy has kids everywhere.
Oh, does he really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that about
he's
him.
like 12 to 15 of them.
Oh, I thought he was one of those
not
responsible
13
accountants.
or 14.
Right.
So my favorite part is she's threatening to move now. We were supposed to have a court date on Wednesday, and the court went dark. And even the psychologist is like, I don't know what's going on here. And still nobody does anything. They're just like, oh, solve it outside of court. And her lawyer quit this week, too.
Oh,
So
yeah, they try to sit you down and make you, before you go
Mediator
to
or
family
whatever.
court,
Are
you go
you
to
sure
mediator.
you're an attorney?
I'm not a family law attorney, that's for sure. Well, my friend's helping us, and she's like, this is the worst.
I know,
case
but
I've ever seen.
I'm listening to the vocab and the dialect and the whole.
What
kit
kind
and
of
caboodle.
law do you practice?
Entertainment.
Oh, that's why she deals with stupid people.
Yeah, us.
I don't know. And she's not real well spoken. It was just,
Entertainment law. Have you ever sued us?
hey, what am I doing? Oh, gag order.
Jamie, Jack, and Stench. Now, Sam Rubin's Entertainment Report on the Jamie, Jack, and Stench Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Pink Boa Studios, it's Sam Rubin.
Did you guys like the Pink Boa?
I loved it.
I thought you would.
Oh, Sam, you weren't subtle, though.
Yeah, your hand was kept pointing at it.
That wasn't my hand. That was a writer. I was like, you know what? I don't know if it's showing up enough. And there's a writer sitting next to me, like, Mike, point to the boa.
Now, did you get in trouble for this?
No, we could do this for a long time. I think we
Okay.
can go on for quite a while.
For a long time.
What we do, if you're just joining us, is we try to find different items that Sam hides on the set, and we try to figure out what they were. And today was the pink boa.
And they pointed at it the whole time.
I know. It's a professional newscast, I tell you.
Right, we try to keep it as professional as possible.
All right, so Sam, what do you have for us in the the world of entertainment?
Exciting stuff is the biggest story of the day, really, is Mr. T's renouncement of all gold jewelry.
No, say it ain't so.
It's starring in a new show for TV Land called Pity the Fool, where Mr. T offers life coaching for people.
Oh, Jesus.
He he says that ever since in this post-Katrina world, he doesn't feel right about wearing all the gold.
Wow.
So what did he do with it?
Oh, no.
You know what he did with that's a really good question. I don't know.
He had a couple 100 pounds around his neck.
Yeah, it should be in the Mr. T Museum up by the Getty.
And it's also a question as to what T actually stands for.
Right, and there's other questions like, do you think it was gold-filled?
Stands for Taro. His name's Lawrence Taro.
Wow,
Right.
why do you know that
A
crap?
huge Mr. T fan.
Oh, really? You know what? I actually almost was contracted once to write a book about him. I used to do a ton of Mr. T stories, and went to Chicago. He has a tattoo that says TCB, which is either taking care of business, or he had a business partner named Calvin, and it was a T, Calvin, something, and their third friend who's
Sam, you
forgotten.
okay?
Yeah. Sam's going with Mr. T. I like this.
What, no Montel news?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, I was kind of drifting off. And this is sort of interesting, the power of prayer, and what about a TV newscaster who puts down the script, forget film at 11, and starts praying on the air? His prayers come true. And this is a script that was kicking around for a long time. Ron Howard was going to do it with Russell Crowe. They've decided not to do it, and now Jamie Foxx is going to do it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
What did Mr. T have to say about that?
He prays.
Mr. T hopes to play the weathercaster in the show.
Now, I understand that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are going to do the story of that guy that was killed.
Daniel Pearl.
David
Yeah.
Pearl, the Wall Street Journal reporter. In fact, his wife, the widow of David Pearl, has said that she's proud and pleased that Angelina Jolie is going to portray her in this movie. So,
And our gossip says that Jennifer Aniston is devastated by this because her and Brad own the script together.
well, they had a production company together, and one thing that's really weird in Hollywood divorces, I believe the production company was called Plan B Productions.
Mm-hmm.
In the course of their divorce, it's like, here.
Somebody
you get this
just
house.
honk at you, Sam?
Yes, they did.
Why
What are
is
you
somebody
doing?
honking at you, Sam?
They could tell I was gesticulating. But in the course of this Plan B divorce, they're like, here, you get the household account, you get the summer home. Who gets the production company? And he basically got the production company.
Ooh.
And he got with the production company. Although I imagine if that movie ever turned out to be a big hit movie, he would, I'm sure she had a smart lawyer that if the production company owned any successful properties, she would get a taste of those.
Watch out, Sam.
Pardon me?
Nothing. Hey, but the thing is, hello, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to say. Anyway, but the thing I read was that she had planned to play the part of what Angelina Jolie.
I think that's a bit of sort of an extrapolation. That's
Hey,
like,
who
well,
did, and I know it's a different show, but who did Jillian Barberie marry?
she married an actor named Grant Reynolds, who, judging by the photographs, looks like this, super handsome, hairy type. But we pulled up his credits, and he played like the security guard in Dr. Jekyll 4 and a couple things like that.
Oh.
I love Sam.
Oh.
But what's sort of funny to me is that she announced that I thought it was cool in a big, honest, cool way on Monday, and then it didn't go anywhere. It wasn't on the papers. Nobody was talking about it. And I bet you, knowing her a little bit, on Tuesday she's like, "Wait a minute, why isn't anybody talking about this?"
Yeah, that's
and that
weird.
That must have really bugged her.
I saw
And
it
then
on the Fox News. That was the only place I heard mention of it.
Yeah, that's the only.
Nobody mentioned it, and then on Wednesday it was in USA Today, which I'm sure somebody called USA Today to tell them. But
Yeah, because she has a publicist.
right, oh, she must have a couple publicists.
Yeah, we know her publicist. She was supposed to give us a free BlackBerry and then never did.
Oh, we don't like her.
You know what? This was the lack of free BlackBerry payback.
Yeah, it really was. Remember
sure, a
that
lot of
chick?
people-
Yep.
But,
Anyway.
but you know how that is, though. I think, it's an ego business. We all have fragile egos, blah, 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 blah. But I think that she counts her mentions, and I'm sure she was surprised and disappointed that it didn't sort of get more play than it did.
Yeah, because that was weird. Because somebody just told me about. Actually, so I didn't see it on the news. Somebody told me they saw it on the
I
news.
caught John Beard talking about it, and I didn't even really
Wow.
care. It was kind
Yeah,
of forced
now-
upon me on the Channel 11 news.
Yeah, when and if John Beard gets married, that will make national.
Oh yeah, or the guy that wears the helmet, Bill.
Bill
Yeah.
gets
Bill
married
is
on
married.
your. Oh yeah, Bill is.
Oh,
He told
Bill's
us about his
married.
wife.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Hey Sam, this was all fascinating for everyone but us. And so
this is going to be another one of those. When we're done, Jamie will say, thinking she's off air. Now, why don't we go?
Oh, we lost him.
what was that?
Sam went into a tunnel or something.
No, what we found out, what he's saying is that we found out that we would bash Sam off the air, but we didn't know that Sam could hear us.
Right.
Yeah, Sam listened the whole time. He listened to the whole show.
Yeah, he would listen off the air, and so it was kind of just
And it was basically, why do we bother going along with that useless information?
Yeah. And he heard us talking about him. It was kind of embarrassing because basically he had an ear in this room. Right. Remember? We were like,
now we have feather boas and everything's great.
Yeah,
right, everything's made up.
Yeah, everything's great. Sam obviously live from his car.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny though.
Yeah.
Sam called our outside the call screeners and said, "Hey, there's something wrong with the equipment. I can't go on the like the broadcast line that we have." And now we hear a horn honk, which means he had to leave and he was in his car.
Exactly. There's no problem with the equipment. He just had to go to the dentist or something.
Right. I love that.
God.
Jamie, Jack, and Stench. Stop.